Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Axel Fuentes. Today is Veterans Day, and it's a very special day. I would like to thank all veterans who have served in our military and who have served our country, and I would also like to thank all of those who are currently serving our country. From the very bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service, and I thank you for everything that you guys have done and do for us every day. Thank you for making our country a safer place and for keeping all of us safe. All that said, I would like to thank some of my friends, coworkers, and past coworkers who have served our country. I would like to thank Jim of the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you, Jim. James O.G. of the U.S. Army. Thank you, O.G. Dave of the U.S. Air Force. Thank you, Dave. Eric of the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you, Eric. Olaf of the U.S. Army. Thank you, Olaf. Phil of the U.S. Navy. Thank you, Phil. Chandler of the U.S. Air Force. Thank you, Chandler. And James of the U.S. Navy. Thank you, James. For my friends who have served our country, I really appreciate what you guys have done. It's a tremendous sacrifice, and I can't thank you guys enough for the service that you guys have given to this country. And to commemorate the service for all my friends, coworkers, past coworkers, and those who I don't know personally, of course, to commemorate the service that you guys have given to this country, I have created this custom trailer for a fictional company. This is a fictional truckload carrier called A&B Transport, my custom company, and this is the commemorative honoring our troops trailer. So, all that out of the way, we're going to go on a little trip from Las Cruces, New Mexico to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And to show off a couple of mods that we have going on here, I am using Polyfur Studios. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Polyfur Studios' custom box trailer enhancements and custom airlines. We now have the straight airlines and not the coiled airlines. And I'm using the SCS 2022 KW. We're just running some pallets today, so tandem's all the way forward since this cargo is very light. Cool. Let's go. So I'm not going to be doing too much talking, but it's a fairly long run all the way up from Las Cruces up to Albuquerque, but I guess I can take this time since it is kind of a long journey. I guess I can intermittently talk about some more of the changes that I'm making to my YouTube channel. So for those of you who saw my Saya paint jobs pack video, thank you very much for watching that. I'll be posting more of my custom paint jobs and links to download them on the Steam Workshop. Not all of them are public, though. For example, the one I'm using right now is not public. This one's a custom for a fictional company. Got a maintenance truck. Looks like we got a broken water main. Excellent. Get a nice free truck and trailer wash. So here's some more looks at the honoring our troops trailer. As you can see, I have the seals for the branches of the military. This one was kind of a fun one to put together, honestly. Just trying to make something unique, but also commemorative without going overboard. This is a fun one to put together, just something commemorative and unique. And if you notice, the trailer looks kind of shiny. That is in part because I'm using Polyfur's box trailer enhancements pack. This fictional company that I'm driving for today in the game formerly was called Fuentes Transport. But I merged it with another company, and we have changed the name to A&B Transport. I still have my custom LTL carrier, which I'll also be showing off at some point. And this is actually one of the few. I think I only have like 3 Kenworth or 2022 Kenworths with a 10-speed manual. All the new ones that I've purchased for this company are all auto magic. As much as I love driving the 10-speed, the automatics have really good fuel mileage, which makes all the difference in the world in real life. If I were to ever buy a truck in real life, if you had asked me 2 years ago, I probably would have said I would buy a manual, but I would probably be buying a 12-speed automatic at this point, just because of the fuel costs. So at my church, my girlfriend and I are the special music coordinators. And basically, it's our job to put together musical events as well as plan the Christmas program and the Easter program. So for this Christmas, we have 3 performances happening. We have 3 performances happening. Myself, my girlfriend, and 2 others are playing in a quartet. We're doing an arrangement of What Child Is This? We also have a piano and violin, and we also have oboe, piano, and trombone group. I will also be extending an invitation to the people that I'm performing with to actually do a studio recording and a music video of the arrangement. However, I'm not sure I'm going to be rolling it out for this Christmas because this Christmas is coming upon us soon, and Christmas is a busy time, of course. Well, that was a good save. But Christmas is busy for all of us, and my girlfriend is a college student, and the other 2 people that we're performing with are also college students. So Christmas is a rather busy time. So if we do produce a music video for the arrangement, I might be waiting to roll that out for next Christmas. One of my friends and I will be doing we're going to be trying to put together a music video for another arrangement of a hymn for my church called Called to Serve for the alto and baritone saxophones. I purchased a baritone saxophone about 3 years ago, and I haven't really used it a whole lot. And I've wanted to get back into it. I've missed playing the bari sax. I stopped playing when I was in middle school. Never played it in high school. And it was actually really hard for me to find a baritone saxophone. They are not easy to come by. But bottom line, I am trying to get back into making music because that's what I love doing. And lately, I found myself pretty stressed out, but that's probably because I just haven't been making the time to produce music and produce music videos. Well, except for that AI generated song that I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep up. We'll see. In case anyone's wondering, the trucks for my fictional company here are all limited to 70 miles an hour. I think that's more than fair. I wish the company I worked for had 70-mile-an-hour trucks. However, our trucks go 68, and for driving in Ohio, I think that's more than fair. For my job, I mostly drive in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, West Virginia, sometimes Kentucky. But for the region I work in, the highest speed limits are about 70. And there's a couple places in Michigan where the speed limit is 75, but only for cars. I don't think I've seen a general speed limit 75 in most areas that I drive in. Okay, Mustang, you're going too slow. I'm just going to go ahead and pass you. Or not. Yeah, it's a huge pet peeve of mine in the actual real life world where somebody is slowing down, and the moment that I get over to pass them, they suddenly find the accelerator. That is probably number 1 or 2 biggest pet peeves of commercial driving, or just driving in general. That happens in my personal vehicle as well. I honestly really hate having to use the left lane for long periods of time, though it does happen a lot to me, both in the game and also in real life, where, you know, ideal conditions for where I'll get in a situation where the conditions for driving are more than ideal, but everybody and their mother is in the right lane going below the speed limit, and I will pass like 6 miles of slow traffic in the left lane. Happens all the time. Sometimes when I'm coming back from Cincinnati, it's at its worst. There's just a lot that I don't understand about how people think behind the wheel. I'm not trying to turn this video into a rant about bad driving, but it does happen quite often where I will get into situations where other drivers on the road, both trucks and cars, and they will do some of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. A little bit of Jake braking. Nice and easy. Let's make sure nothing's coming over from that side. Nope. All clear. And let's skip shift down to 6. Perfect. And let's make sure to swing wide and watch my mirrors. And that car is nice all a good way back. Very, very polite of that driver. A lot of times when I'm driving a semi in real life, I will have cars that give me a very, very unnecessary amount of room to make a turn. I appreciate it nonetheless, though. I'd rather have too much room to make the turn than not have enough room to make the turn and, you know, hit a lamppost, a dog, a fire hydrant, what have you. So anybody viewing who gives a generous amount of room for trucks, on behalf of all truckers, we appreciate it. Sure, we'd all rather have too much room than not have enough room at all. Where am I going in? Ah, yes, over here at XPO. Nice and easy. No need to hurry. Like I said in my previous video when I showed off the Saya paint jobs, work quickly but never hurry, because that's how accidents happen. Oh, I'm gonna have to blindside in here. Great. Well, nothing I haven't done before. Yeah, let's not let's not take out the mirrors. There we go. Actually, I might slide my tandems back now just to make my life a little easier. Yeah, let's just make things a little easier. Because that way the tail of my trailer is exactly lined up with the tandems. And I can do this a little bit easier. In real life, I try to avoid blindsiding whenever possible, but there are some times where you just kind of have to. There's a couple of customers I have in Michigan where you pretty much have to blindside, whether you want to or not. But you know, the trick with blindsiding is, as like you do with any back, take your time with it. Don't hurry. Get out and look as many times as you need to. It's better to get out and look 100 times than to hit something one time. I always try to encourage drivers, take your time when you do anything in a commercial vehicle. And there we go. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And once again, thank you to all veterans and to all members of our military who have served and who are serving. Your sacrifices, your actions, everything you guys do is very greatly appreciated from all of us. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Axel Fuentes.